Hi, my name is Stevie and I like to write songs. This is part 2 of making a Celtic rock song from scratch. If you want to see the series from the start, the link will be in the description. Let's go. Right, let's have a listen to where we finished off the last day. Right, okay, so the first thing that comes to mind here is that when we finish the first chorus, and then when we finish the second chorus, we do exactly the same thing. I want to break up that predictability, so I'm going to take this away completely. I was thinking that what would be nice here is if we did a key change and a modal change as well. Maybe we could go into a different tone. Actually, I think what I would like to do is keep a very similar backing track, but go up a tone, play the same backing track, and change to Mixolydian instead of minor. I think that might be a stark change. Yeah, I'll record the backing track up a tone, and then see if I can come up with a variation that's more Mixolydian sounding. Right, so I basically just recorded exactly the same thing but up a tone. Let's double check it before we go any further. Right, let's get the guitar and see if we can write something for this. Right, I'm going to select this and put it in a loop so that I can jam over it for a while. Cool. I think you got something. All right, so I think I might have something. It reminds me a wee bit of John Petrucci, Glasgow Kiss, but that's okay. I think that's pretty cool. That's got a Celtic vibe to it. So we're playing in the Mixolydian mode of E, which is this. It's basically just the same thing as playing F sharp minor. Don't forget, if you're trying to play along with these guitar parts, I'm tuned down to drop C. So it's that scale, but it starts on a tone lower. So the riff that we're doing is, we'll try it slow. Might sound cool if you just did that run again. Well, that sounds like a good ending for it. I feel like that would take us into a new section. Let's get this guitar part recorded and then I'll work on the new section. I can really feel something a bit more rhythmic coming up. Let's just set up this backing track for it. I just sort of discovered when I was about to do the backing track that I've got the scope to put it up 3 octaves. So we could try that. Let's see if we've got 3 octaves for it first. Well, I played that really bad, but let's try and get it nailed now. Right, so let's remind ourselves first of what happens here at the end of the first chorus. So when we hear exactly the same part the second time round, nice. Right, before we talk any more about the storyline of the music, let's get these string doubles that are on the other guitar parts and double up this part as well. Okay, so a step recorded in the MIDI on the strings for the guitar. It's totally lacking any personality. Let's see if we can make it sound a bit better. I'm not sure when the short note should be, but let's go on this assumption that the last note might be short each time for a position change on the violin. And okay, that's a move in the right direction. What if the first note of each section was a wee tiny bit louder? Right, okay, let's make maybe this last note of each section a tiny bit quieter. Okay, cool. And don't forget, we need to copy that up onto the fiddle as well. Let's hear them both together. Cool, and let's hear it with the guitar. Let's hear it. All right, so where we end on the last one, we're playing this. Or something like... We're talking about this guy going out to celebrate, going out to drink, and so maybe they go dancing. So that's why we're going to go into some more sort of a heavy rhythmic thing that implies a party and dancing and so on. Okay, so I've programmed some drums for this new rhythm part. Turns out that it's 7/8, so let's hear it. Okay, so I was thinking from here on, this is the second version of the riff. So when it first gets introduced, it'll get introduced without the kick and snare and cymbals. And then from then on, it'll be looped. So just this section will be looped. So let's give ourselves plenty of room for this and let it develop. Put some bass and rhythm guitar down now, for starters. Okay, so what's the flow of that like? Okay, so I think we should have one round of nothing. And then the guitar comes in here. Right, so we'll loop these out indefinitely because I don't know how long we're going to want this to work for, but let's just loop them on out indefinitely. I need to write something for it. Right, let's give myself that on a loop so that I can jam over it for a while and see what we come up with. Well, that was pretty cool and painless. Let's see if I can record that. That felt pretty cool when I was playing it. Let's hear it. Right, I'm starting to feel that there's an idea developing in the music here. We're sort of describing the things that happen that night that this guy goes out drinking. So here now, he's dancing and he's reveling and he's having a great time. I think this is leading towards a sort of crescendo where everything falls down and it turns into a ballad, and that's when the hangover kicks in. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not quite sure how to assemble that yet, but I think there should be some lyrics in this fast bit. I've got an idea for the lyrics, and let's try and write those first. This is the idea that I have for the lyrics. I'm thinking dun 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 dun, drinking and talking, drinking and dancing. So I want to think of as many of those as I can. Drinking and something, different actions that we can do when we're out drinking. drinking and talking. Well, obviously talking, dancing, joking, right? So let's put that one in. Joking, smoking, drinking and smoking, rhymes with joking. Yeah, let's put that on. I think maybe we should rearrange these so that the rhymes are every second line. Drinking and talking, drinking and joking, drinking and dancing, drinking and smoking. Right, that's probably halfway. Thinking, but drinking and thinking. Drinking and thinking. Oh, I'm thinking about fighting. Irish people always fight, don't they? Irish people like to fight when they're drunk. Let's put in drinking and fighting. And then just when I think of that, another thing that Irish people do is they sing. They like to sing when they're drinking. One more. Drinking and talking, drinking and joking, drinking and dancing, drinking and smoking, drinking and fight, drinking and thinking, drinking and fighting, drinking and singing. One more. Oh, I got it. It's in keeping with the humor of the track. Drinking and drinking. Yeah, that's funny. Right, I'll try and record these vocals and see what they come out like. Okay, what's that like? Drinking and talking, drinking and joking, drinking and dancing, drinking and smoking, drinking and thinking, drinking and fighting, drinking and singing, drinking and drinking. Drinking and drinking. Okay, cool. So in the vocals here, what we've got is we've got a lead vocal and I've doubled it up, the usual thing that I do. So there's 3 vocals in that stack, and then I've sang the same thing up an octave. So let's hear the up an octave first. That sounds like this. Drinking and talking, drinking then we've got the lower octave. Drinking and dancing, drinking and smoking, drinking and thinking, drinking and fighting. And then in the last line, they all go up the octave. Drinking and drinking. So I think our lead guitar thing should come back in here somewhere. Where should it come back in? There. So the lead guitar should come back in just on that last line. And then there, at that point, let's take all this away. Because that's the moment that we should change into the ballady part where his hangover kicks in. So I think hopefully that's enough for today, and I'll have a think about the ballad thing because I would like to really come down maybe into Lydian mode or something like that. I was thinking something like She Moves Through the Fair or My Lagging Love, one of these old Irish ballads. Try and take some inspiration from one of those old ballads for the next part and go really slow. So I'll have a good think about that and see what I can come up with. In the meantime, let's listen to what we have so far.
I'm not gonna drink no more.
That's class! Okay, that's really cool. It's coming together well. One thing I forgot about is these lead guitar parts. I should have had the violins in. In the next session, I'll put on those violins before we start into the ballady middle 8 section. Alright, so I'm really happy with this. This is starting to really come together well. So, thanks for watching so far, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Help my channel grow. It means a lot to me. You guys rock.